Let's move on to the next question. State what is meant by specific heat capacity of a substance. So we understand that specific heat capacity is the amount of energy required to raise a unit mass, that is 1 kg of a substance, through 1 degree Celsius or 1 degree Kelvin. Moving on, a student carries out an experiment to find specific heat capacity of aluminum. He uses an electric heater and a thermometer inserted into separate holes in an aluminum block. The following data are obtained. So we have the mass of the aluminum M equal to 2 kilogram. The power of the heating element P is given. The time T is given. The initial temperature T1 is given. The final temperature T2 is given. Now, calculate the value of specific heat capacity of aluminum given by this experiment. So specific heat capacity is related to and found out through the formula. Energy required Q is equal to M times C times delta T. Here M stands for the mass, which is given. C is the specific heat capacity, which you have to find out. Q is the heat supply, which can be found out using power and time. Before we move on further, I will try to denote temperature by capital T so as to not confuse it with time. Capital T1 and capital T2. Now, Q can be found out using power and time. Using the formula, power is equal to energy divided by time, which can be written as energy equals power into time. So power into time is equal to mass times C times delta T. Substitutions can be made as follows. Power is 420 watt. Time is 95 seconds. Mass is given as 2 kilogram. C is an unknown which we are yet to find out. The change in temperature can be final minus initial here because the final is bigger. So T2, which is 40.5 minus 19.5. Simplifying this and making C the subject of the equation, we get the value of C to be approximately 950 joule per kilogram per degree Celsius. In an experiment or in the experiment in B, no attempt is made to prevent loss of thermal energy from the surfaces of the block. Suggest two actions that the student could take to reduce the loss of thermal energy from the surfaces of the block. The first precaution that the student can take to prevent loss of thermal energy is by insulating the container which contains the aluminum block so that no heat is allowed to escape the system. Another way he or she can also reduce it is also by making sure the surface is coated. The surface is coated. The surface is coated by a shiny material. What this does is this reflects most or in fact all of the heat that is incident on the block, thereby not contributing to its temperature change, making sure the energy that is supplied is in fact the entire energy that is used to take control of its or to figure out its specific heat capacity.